Death at his home in Carrickfergus 4 years ago today. The 47-year-old is believed to have been attacked by a group of men connected to loyalist paramilitaries.
An increased reward of £40,000, half of which has been provided by a private donor, is now being offered to help convict Glenn's killers. Tori Watson has more.
Glenn was just the loveliest big man. Glenn was full of fun, he was full of life, he was just kind and generous, and he was just a lovely big gentle man. Glenn did not deserve to have his life taken so violently.
Exactly 4 years ago, Glenn Quinn's beaten body was found at his home in Ashley Park in Carrickfergus. The 47-year-old had been attacked by a group of men.
It literally floored me. I ended up on the floor taking a phone call, and I can still remember having to come in and tell my mummy that our son was dead, and then to tell her that he had been murdered was even worse. I'll never forget it.
It's understood Glenn was targeted because he spoke out in defence of a friend, and it's believed individuals linked to a loyalist paramilitary group were responsible for his murder. Previously, a £20,000 reward for information leading to an arrest and conviction of Glenn's killers had been issued by the charity Crime Stoppers. Today, that fund has been doubled to £40,000. The additional funds coming from a private donor who wants to remain anonymous.
I think that speaks volumes of Glenn, of how well thought of Glenn was and how much people liked him and cared about him. The people maybe that have the information could be connected to those involved. Those connections could have severed recently. Friendships change, relationships have ended, and allegiances have all severed. So there's people out there who are no longer close to them, and we would hope that this would encourage them to come forward.
What would your appeal be to those who may have information?
I would ask them to think of their own family. What if Glenn was their brother? What would they do? What would they want someone to do? He was only 47. You know, our lives have continued. We've got older, we've marked birthdays and stuff, but Glenn hasn't had that chance. That chance was taken away from him. So it was, and it's just devastating. I see it in my mum. My mum is just, it's just taking its toll on her.
Any information about Glenn's murder can be shared anonymously to Crime Stoppers. Tori Watson, UTV Live.